Ooh, we have some Star Trek rumors, and they sound too good to be true. Which is why they probably are not true. Hello, everyone. I am Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original, still your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harpy. And we have had all sorts of rumors, fake sites, all kinds of buzz coming around Star Trek lately. All since our good friend over at Paramount, Emma Watts, decided to make her top priority trying to figure out a Star Trek reboot. You know, a way to fix it. Because it has not been successful. It has not been what the fans want. It has not been anything that any of us actually expected out of Star Trek. We showed up for Star Trek. They gave us Star Wars. They gave us the Hunger Games. They gave us pretty much anything else. How did they give us the Hunger Games? I don't know. It's one of those examples that you go to when you didn't have any ready because it's late at night. Emma Watts' top priority at Paramount is to figure out a Trek reboot. I've already covered this article. I will link that, boom, right up here. What are we talking about today? We're talking about even more 4chan rumors, and take them with a complete grain of salt, absolute grain of salt, just the whole salt lick. Again, as we've said before, Star Trek Prodigy has been canceled according to this. Now, these are 4chan leaks, so of course, grains of salt. I don't believe Prodigy has been canceled because this is from Nickelodeon. It has the Nickelodeon money. We heard about this last year. We heard about Prodigy the same time we heard about Lower Decks. I think they've announced them both, and they've been working on both. So I think we're going to see Prodigy probably closer than we expect. So I think that one might be out there just as a bait thing. I think a lot of these are out here as bait, to be perfectly honest. And like anything, there's always one little truth in there somewhere. And there's some truth in here. There are internal kerfuffles, shall we say, from what I'm hearing. Now, this is, again, rumor. But look at what's happening. I mean, how can you say 100% that there's not some internal kerfuffle going on behind the scenes when you have Emma Watts making it her top priority at Paramount trying to figure out Star Trek? Well, clearly there's some investigation. They're looking under the microscope at all of these properties. They're looking at the feedback. They're looking at the views. They're looking at the ratings. They're looking at the critic scores. They're looking at YouTube channel scores and reviews. They're looking at those likes and dislikes that they were super quick to disable right in the beginning from Lower Decks. Haven't since. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe Emma Watts wanted to know exactly how many likes and dislikes they were actually getting. Maybe she actually cares about what the numbers are. Maybe she'll actually be the one to release them. But we don't have any concrete 100% proof of numbers. The only numbers I have for Lower Decks right now are that it didn't even get into the top 30 in Canada. So I'm hearing rumors of under 400,000 viewers. Did not make the top 30. There was 3 or 4 episodes of The Big Bang Theory that scored higher for ratings in Canada than Lower Decks. But keep in mind, it's a cartoon. It's animated. It's one of these adult animated cartoons. Not everybody's cup of tea, clearly. So let's take a look at the rest of these rumors. There we go. Due to Emma Watts pushing to take the reins of Star Trek away from Alex Kurtzman and Bad Robot. Now, I can elaborate a little on this one. This is where I keep hearing about the kerfuffle between Emma Watts and Alex Kurtzman. I've heard this from multiple sources now. Bounding Into Comics has run an article on this. I've heard this from the guys at Midnight's Edge. There's all kinds of people saying that Emma Watts and Alex Kurtzman are kind of butting heads. He's there basically trying to save his job. He's trying to do whatever he can because he thinks that he's the right person, or he has nothing else to do, nowhere else to go. For whatever reason, he's trying really, really hard to keep his talons inside of Star Trek. From what I'm hearing, grain of salt, keep in mind. All right, next up. Short tracks have also been canceled. Well, the short tracks were only basically there to kind of fill in and extend people's subscriptions to CBS All Access. They were designed to be filmed, recorded on the cheap, dropped in between seasons. They were dropping them basically one per month for a while there, just to give people who are subscribing to CBS All Access a reason to keep subscribing after Discovery finished, in between seasons, in between season breaks. And that was why short treks really doesn't matter if it's canceled. It wasn't like a thing or not. So here's another thing that makes me think this is fake, because short treks wouldn't have been canceled. It was just a little bonus thing. And so much of a little bonus thing, it was such a nothing thing that Netflix was listing them as trailers. They were listing them as trailers and not even part of episodes. They were listing them under the trailers for, I believe, season 2. And they didn't even mention that they had come out. So the short trek, and keep in mind, short treks, we got this.
In short in matters, vegetable, animal, and mineral, you are the very model of a modern major general.
So not having any more of those is not going to be a big deal at all. Nobody cares about the short treks. Nobody wants them. Nobody needs them. They're not clever. They're not interesting. They are worse than the actual show. And the only reason that they would be canceled is if Discovery's sets are broken down. Speaking of Star Trek Discovery, here we go. Discovery Season 3 has been edited and filmed to end on a series finale, but was meant to leave things open if there was a possibility for renewal. Well, that's pretty much what they did with Season 2, because a lot of that stuff was reshoots. A lot of that stuff was edited to where it could be a series finale and they went off into the future and they were never heard of again. And we never spoke of them again. However, thanks to Watts, it definitely will not be. So it won't be renewed according to this leak. Here's the thing. I can, again, confirm that they were filming reshoots as late as February 24th for Star Trek Discovery. I've done multiple videos on that, and Jonathan Frakes tweeted that out himself. Hey, that's a wrap. Because those are all part of the reshoots. They were filming Discovery Season 3 in February, as late as February 24th. Now, whether that was a re-edit or just some reshoots, just your standard run-of-the-mill reshoots, we don't know. But if they went another month into production of a TV show for all of those reshoots, I would put some money on, yeah, they re-edited it. They refilmed a lot of stuff for the ending just in case. That's my gut instinct, so I can't confirm or deny any of that with any evidence, but my gut feeling says, yeah, they're probably getting ready to film something to where it can be used as a series finale. However, that does not necessarily mean they're canceled. If it does turn out that once we see Season 3 of Discovery, and we still don't have an official announcement for Season 4, because we have a lot of little rumor sites running that one article, and that is not an official announcement of Season 4. That's not a tweet from CBS All Access. That's a bunch of little shill sites, rumor sites, a lot of little we got this covered sort of sites that just run anything. They run anything just to see what sticks. So there's no official, as of the time of filming this video, official announcement for Season 4. Star Trek Lower Decks may or may not survive depending on its viewership, but it is extremely low, which might take its greenlit Season 2 suddenly evaporate. Oh, I still think they're going to squeeze it out because it's not going to cost them a whole lot of money to produce, especially if they're getting all that money from their little t-shirts that they're selling. So if they have a few... Oh, wow, but that would be really on the cheap. But it looks cheap because it is cheap. And if they do have a Season 2, which I'm pretty sure they're going to have. So mark my words, I'm pretty sure they're going to have a Season 2. They're probably filming it right now. At least they're writing it. They have directors on board for Season 2 for Lower Decks. I don't think that one's going to go anywhere just yet. And the fact that they're just dropping it for free on YouTube leads me to believe that, yeah, it's cheap enough to make just to continue just for a little bit anyway. Strange New Worlds so far is unaffected, but if Kurtzman is removed entirely, then leadership on that will also be changed, and Akiva Goldsman will be removed too. See, that'll be a good thing. That'll be a good thing. I think Strange New Worlds is still they're scrambling for funding because they don't have anything officially listed as far as writers in the Screenwriters Guilds. There's nothing officially listed for that. So Strange New Worlds, I don't know if we're going to see this one. We have a lot more going in on this one than the Section 31 show that keeps mysteriously getting dropped here. But Strange New Worlds, that one, we have a cast already. It's going to be cheap to film. I won't be surprised if we do end up seeing it. It will not be hopeful. It will not be optimistic. It will be more of the same, which we've already seen the trailer a million times. I'm not going to play that for you now. But I don't think it's going to fix anything. And unless they really, really get some good writers in there who know what they're doing with Star Trek and get some people who want to make Star Trek instead of making anything but, it's not going to fix anything. And I think if Emma Watts is worth her weight in Hollywood, and I don't mean that physically, obviously, I mean that financially, I think she's going to make sure if that series goes through that they're going to fix a lot of the stuff that we do not like about Picard and Discovery and Lower Decks. So if we get it, I think that's what's going to happen. But that's just me speculating. Picard Season 2 will not happen, according to this. Sir Patrick is contractually bound to talk about the production positively in public, but that will cease come November, when he will be released from his contract and the show will be formally canceled. I don't believe that. I think they do have a lot more Season 2 of Picard in the works. I don't think it should be happening at all. But I have heard that a lot of the reshoots he was not happy with. He didn't like the fact that he came back as basically a robot, as a golem, quote unquote. We've heard countless times from countless sources he is not happy about how this came to be, about the final product, even though it was pretty much everything he wanted. But maybe don't listen to the actors. Maybe listen to the diehard fans who are still going to come in and still watch this, even if it's bad. You know, the people who are spending their hard-earned money, or the people who are supporting the YouTube channels with the donations and the subscriptions and the join button and all those things.
Please like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, keep your comments to yourself.
Bree, don't be mean to my another Bree bomb. We just keep getting Bree bombed in my videos. Here we go. An eternal power struggle over Trek is occurring between Watts and Kurtzman. This is what I keep hearing too. Backed by J.J. Abrams, who receives profits from all new Trek shows through Bad Robot and through the licensing, which that 25% different thing that we keep hearing about, absolutely the case with Star Wars merchandise. J.J. Abrams gets a cut of all the redesigns of any time you see a like C-3PO with a red leg. Or arm. It was the arm, that's right. Or you see D-O, the little droid, or BB-8, for example. They know that the real money is in the licensing and the merchandising. And with Star Trek, however, it's not the same sort of demographic, right? You have your diehard Star Trek collectors who collect everything. But they're going to collect it based on their favorite shows, their favorite characters, their favorite actors. And you have to deliver a product that people are going to want. Because what are they selling for new merch? Comm badges, t-shirts, uniforms, stuff that they can print up very quickly, very cheaply, in-house. I could print up anything. I could stick a Picard logo on anything on a Teespring store if I had the rights to it. So you can get anybody to print these things for nothing. That is the merch from this new Trek. And maybe a few Eagle Moss ships. That's it. Where are your toy phasers? Where are your toy... Oh, we don't have any. If Watts manages to oust them, the Trek production slate will be wiped clean and a deal will be made with a new showrunner. Like I said, these seem so way too good to be true, and I'm not biting. I don't believe a lot of these, but the Emma Watts stuff makes it that much more plausible. The Emma Watts stuff with her coming in, and we already know from official sources that she's cleaning house, that she's in there fixing it. She's in there trying to fix it. Now, I've heard rumors that she's in there working with Sherry Redstone to try and fix Star Trek. And hey, if you need anybody to help out, I know a thing or two about how it should be run. At least I think I do. I'd probably do a much better job, and I work a lot cheaper than Alex. I is a writer. Kurtzman. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Would we be so lucky as to get Star Trek fixed soon? I'm hearing they're going to be fixing, there's some changes. I'm hearing it's going to be soon. I hope it's going to be soon because we need something. I am Becca42 and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.